You all asked for some more moon dance. I'm here to give you a little lunar ballet. That's bad. I was trying to think of a moon dance synonym phrase that sounds alike. Couldn't quite think of one quick enough. Anyways, we're moving on into the first track here on Van Morrison's Moon Dance album, and it stoned me. Since we had listened to the title track out of your recommendation. With Into the Mystic out of your recommendation. So we're going to back ourselves up to the beginning, because you said so. So let's go ahead and dive on in. And it stoned me. This could be about several things. Could be a little bit of a punishment, a little bit of a capital punishment situation. Or it could be something a little bit more green. There's one way to find out. Let's do so now.
Half a mile from the county fair, and the rain came pouring down. Me and Billy standing there with a silver half a crown. Hands are full of a fishing rod and the tackle on our backs. We just stood there getting wet with our backs against the fence. Oh, the water. Oh, the water.
I like this little sax.
Oh, the water. Hope it don't rain all day. And it stung me.
It's a nice transition back down to the verse.
Stung me just like Jelly Roll. And it stung me. Yet it stung me to my soul. Stung me just like going home. Yet it stung me. And the rain let up and the sun came up and we were getting dry. Almost let a pickup truck nearly pass us by. So he jumped right in the driver grinned, and he dropped us up the road. Yeah, we looked at the swim, and we jumped right in, not to mention fishing poles. Oh, the water. Oh, the water.
Love the sax in the back.
Oh, the water. Let it run all over me. Yeah, that stung me to my soul.
A little guitar passage right before it comes back to this.
Stung me just like Jelly Roll. Yeah, that stung me. Yeah, that stung me to my soul. Stung me just like going home. Yeah, that stung me.
So play the piano in the back too. That's some bend there.
On the way back home, we sang a song, but our throats were getting dry. Then we saw the man from across the road with the sunshine in his eye. Really lived all alone in his own little home with a great, great gallon jar. There were bottles too, one for me and you. And he said, hey, there you are. Oh, the water. Oh, the water. Oh, the water. Jetted myself from the mountain stream. Yeah, it stung me
That's good.
to my soul.
That's good feel.
Stung me just like Jelly Roll. And it stung me. Yeah, it stung me to my soul. Stung me just like going home. Yeah, it stung me. And it stung me to my soul. Stung me just like Jelly Roll. And it stung
what a great opening track. This song is just filled to me with a sort of country, rural nostalgia. That is to me the meat and potatoes of this track. What he's singing about, fishing and like the summer, out in the country and just living, like as a kid, going out, jumping in the lake. It's just like that perfect scene that he captures with the music, which is just great. And then, of course, the guitar is stunning. I love that tiny passage, like right before it goes into the chorus, when the music settles down, get a little glimpse of guitar. And then the first time you had a drum fill that led into it. Second time it was a little bit more of a space. That's just a small moment that goes very far. The piano work, I loved it. The sax, I love how present it is. It's not just making an appearance like on the back end, like as a solo, or even in the front end as an intro, or on the way back end as an outro. It is continually present throughout this track. On here, it's going to be Jack Schroer and Colin Tilton handling the saxophones in here. Morrison's voice is really, really great as well. That whole nostalgic look back, traveling down memory lane, and just thinking back to the good old days, you know, when you're a kid and things are just a little bit more simple and innocent. His voice captures that, I think, magically. That little run, vocal run that he does at the very end, it sounded so good when he did it. And especially with his voice. Because, hear me out for a second, that little vocal run that he did at the end, at that climax, is the same kind of vocal run that a pop diva would do. Right? It's that high, like you spring up and then you warble your way back down. It's great. It's a classic kind of vocal run because it sounds so good and it works. But just with the cadence of his voice specifically, I felt like there was something very natural, human, grounded, and earthly to it. And I just really, really enjoyed that. Like when I think of a diva doing that, like they shoot up to the stars and like it brings it back down. It's wonderful. It's soulful. It's like after the pop of fireworks and you just get that little sparkle that fades into smoke. When he did it here, it had the same effect, but it just felt more real. There was something to it, you know, something very natural to it. That was good. I enjoyed that. Let's dive into these lyrics though. Half a mile from the county fair, and the rain came pouring down. Me and Billy standing there with silver half a crown. Hands are full of a fishing rod with the tackle on our backs. We just stood there getting wet with our backs against the fence. You can see them there after the county fair, just leaning against a fence, fishing pole in hand, tackle box in the other, trying to stay dry from the rain, but listen, it's not happening. Or maybe they're swimming, rather. Oh, the water. Hope it don't rain all day. No, it's raining. And it stoned me to my soul. Stoned me just like jelly roll. I have no idea what that line means. And it stoned me to my soul. Stoned me just like going home, and it stoned me. So is he trying to say it grounded him? Because I'm not getting a stoned like throwing rocks kind of idea to this. Nor am I getting a greenery idea out of this. I'm thinking grounded. Like it stoned him. Like, you know, when a mobster gives you concrete shoes and it brings it down to earth. That's what I'm kind of thinking, but in a less negative and criminal way. And the rain lit up and the sun came up and we were getting dry. Almost lit a pickup truck nearly passed us by. So I jumped right in and the driver grinned and he dropped us up the road. And we looked at the swim. We jumped right in, not to mention fishing poles. Did they jump off the back of the truck back into the river? Hell, the water let it run all over me. On the way back home, we sang a song, but our throats were getting dry. Then we saw the man from across the road with the sunshine in his eyes. Well, he lived all alone in his little home with a great big gallon jar. There were bottles too, one for me and you, and he said, "Hey, there you are." And it goes on from there. It really is just a nice slice of country life and a nostalgic look back in their childhood. And I think that's a lovely way of presenting that. Looking at this particular track, it says it was recorded in '69. As Morrison biographer Richie York described it, the song remembered how it was when you were a kid and just got stoned from nature and you didn't need anything else. I mean, technically, You're still getting stoned from nature if you're doing it the other way. But I understand what it's mean. I understand. I get it. I get it. Morrison in '85 related the song to a quasi-mystical experience he had as a child. I suppose I was about 12 years old. We used to go to a place called Ballystocker to fish. We stopped in the village on the way up to this place, and I went to this little stone house, and there was an old man there with dark weather-beaten skin, and we asked him if he had any water. He gave us some water, which he said he'd gotten from the stream. We drank some, and everything seemed fine, or seemed to stop for me. Time stood still for 5 minutes, everything was really quiet, and I was in this other dimension. That's what the song was about. What was in that water, man? Because in all truthfulness, this really could be one of two ways. It could really just be like the moment just occurred. It was just this really wonderful moment in his childhood, and time just seemed to stop still. Or you gotta be careful what you take from strangers, man. Just saying. Jeez. Anyways, let me know what you guys thought of the track in the comments down below. Thank you as always for being here. Press that like button before you leave. Probably don't take drinks from strangers. I don't know. That advice has got me this far. Anyways, have a wonderful rest of your day. Patreon, like, but don't take drinks from strangers, man. Don't take drinks from strangers. Want a sip? It's good.